The last few days have been a struggle for me. And why? Well, for number one, TikTok. TikTok had gone away, and I have to say, I spend countless minutes. I'm not going to say hours because I don't want to say hours because if I said hours, it would really look bad for me. Countless minutes scrolling on TikTok, whether it's sports related, content related, whether it's meme related, you name it, it's there on TikTok, right? The addiction was so bad. Um, I would just scroll, and waste so much time by just scrolling on TikTok for no reason. None of it didn't even really mean anything at all. It was just pure entertainment, you know, entertaining myself, if you will, with countless feeds on my For You page. Just anything you can think of. Music. It could be what came in my feed the last time I used it before I shut down. Boss Man D'Lo showed up in my feed. I was watching some of his content. By the way, really good rapper. I like Boss Man D'Lo a lot. I'm finding myself playing him more on my Amazon, on my Alexa rather. So yeah, and so when it came back, I kind of felt relieved. It was like really weird, you know? I was kind of like, wow, TikTok's back. How cool is that? I mean, I went over to Red Note and I tried to use Red Note, and man, that is so freaking confusing. I'm not gonna lie. Even with the stuff that I saw there that was in English, it was still really confusing for me to try and get used to using RedNote. I'm still not used to it. I mean, I think somebody had sent me a message on there. I might have a couple of messages on there. I think somebody had sent to me, but I don't know how to read them. And I think I saw an update about it being able to translate for you now, but I think you have to download a certain app or something like that for it to work with RedNote. I have no idea. But I have to say, I felt relieved to find TikTok back because I was able to get in my zone, if you will, and scroll for minutes now. And I can go back to doing that whenever when I open it up. Can't tell you how many times I opened up that app and tried to scroll, and told me it was being shut down. Because I was so used to going in that app daily, every hour or so, and just kind of scrolling and just watching stuff, stuff to make your mind toxic stuff in my feeds. I mean, some of it's good, some of it's not good. And then don't forget about the lives. Some of the lives that pop up when you first open up the app, you have lives that just randomly pop up of God knows whoever's, doing a live on TikTok. You get to watch them as well, and the ones that hold the signs and say, I'm not going to talk until you send me a gift or something like that. Or I'll rate your profile, send me a gift and I'll rate your profile. And they'll be like, no, not him. No, not him. No, not him. No, not him. Yes, him. No, you're not him. Like just stupid stuff. I just found myself watching stupid stuff. So now I'm not trying to use TikTok as much as I did. I think I may have opened it twice today because I think I may have got used to the fact that it has gone away for a couple of days. I think it was a day, right? Something like that. It went away for a day. So I think I got used to not checking it as much. I haven't really checked it as much today that I normally would. Even over the weekend, I really wasn't checking it that much, especially yesterday. Um, and the second thing I wanted to talk about is, of course, CapCut. I know I preach about being authentic on YouTube, and you really don't need a editor. But if you're doing stuff on TikTok and you're uploading to TikTok, what do you use? You use CapCut templates. So CapCut was not available for me to upload on TikTok because TikTok wasn't available also. So I couldn't see what new templates, were coming out, what was trending as far as templates go, to see if I want to makes make a template or edit a template and upload it to my TikTok. That wasn't available. And occasionally I do use it for video editing because it's a lot easier to make cuts on. I mean, you can edit on your photo app on your iPhone. I have an iPhone. I happen to have an iPhone. So when you edit, you're actually able to edit, you can cut off the beginning and you can cut off the end, but you can't make cuts at all, at least that I know of, inside that photo app. You can't make individual cuts to get certain frames out that you want to cut out. So I used Capcut for that, and I couldn't use it for that. So I was struggling. I was posting videos about it. I was trying to do some research, trying to find out if I wanted to use. I think it's is it InstaShot or Inside or something Shot? I don't know. It's another app, but all these apps, they say they're free. When you download them, you have to pay a subscription. You're limited at what you can do, and I happen to pay $7.99 a month for CapCut, and I'm able to get all of the good features that any video editing app would have to offer, like Premiere Pro. But for one, it's a lot faster. I can export videos a lot faster. I could make cuts a lot faster. I can do transitions a lot faster. I can do all of that a lot faster. Add text on the screen. Doesn't bog your video editing down. I can't tell you how many projects crashed on me by using Adobe Premiere Pro because it just ran out of memory on my laptop. And I get it. My laptop may have not been good enough, but in some cases I lost the project and couldn't figure out how to get the project back. And then when I got the project back, all this stuff that I added, like the transitions and the text and things like that, the assets I wanted to add to my video were gone. So I had to try and remember what I did, and I had to go back and try and figure out if I can get it back to the way it was before it crashed, which was really time consuming for me. Time is of the essence, they say, right? Time is money, they say, right? So I was struggling trying to figure out, you know, and that's when I, found CapCut, and I was using the free feature for a while, and until I ran out of, creativity and decided I needed to use the paid version, which is great. $7.99 is great for me. I can afford that every month. That's like a couple of cups of coffee nowadays, right? I mean, that's something everybody should be able to afford. So I think that's great. So those two things I have to tell you were just driving me crazy, and I'm so glad for my sake that they're both back. Same thing for my kids because my kids use TikTok, my kids use CapCut, and I've been hearing, people that were crying, grade school kids, middle school kids rather, were crying because TikTok was gone. That is sad. That's a pure addiction, and I have to say I kind of understand that because I went through that myself trying to check my feed. So you could imagine how hard it is even for kids because I'm sure they're on it a lot more than I am. They're probably on it a lot more than you are because that's just what kids do. That's what teenagers do. They're either on TikTok or they're on Snapchat. They're either on those two apps. So I'm kind of glad, I thank God, at least for now, that those two tools, I call them tools because they're content creation tools. Other people may name them something different, but I say those two tools are back, and I'm kind of happy. I'm more happy that CapCut is back rather than TikTok. If you know me and you know my channel a little bit well, you'll understand that I ran into a lot of problems with TikTok. So um, TikTok's not, you know, not my fan, really. But I still have an addiction to it to check things on it. But um, if TikTok went away again tomorrow, of course, I'd still be trying to check my feed like an idiot, not realizing that it's been shut down again. But I have to say, I'd probably get used to not using TikTok more than I can use CapCut. But they are the same company, so if one goes down, the other's going to go down. So I think I need to find a backup plan, a different editor. Everybody's talking about edits. That edits is a new one coming soon now that CapCut's back. I don't even know if it's even going to even come out. I have no idea. I haven't really checked it, but I know in the Apple Store it says that edits is coming soon. I don't know whether it's going to cost anything. I don't know whether you can just use it with just Instagram since it's an Instagram, since Instagram, the company has made it. So I really don't know much about it. But I have to say, I'm glad for now, at least, I think for at least 75 days, the struggle's over. All right, this is where I leave this video. I just want to get this out to you and just, share my thoughts with you and get it here out on video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this video. Please give me a thumbs up. As always, you know what to do. Later.